University of Philippines and Nihon Fukushi University student, please.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Ikumi. This is Megumi. We are from Nihon Fukushi University.
Yes, hello again everyone. I am Bianca from UP. And today our group would like to give you a presentation talking about the food and hunger issue entitled Food Can Change Our Future.
Do you know that there are about 1,200,000 people who are facing hunger in this world? On the other hand, the same number of people are faced with having more food than they need. Although it is said there is a scarcity of food, so we will talk about the lack and overabundance of food in each country. Firstly, we'd like to talk about the excess food in Japan. In recent years, Japan has faced a problem of excess food. Although Japan imports 58 million tons of food a year, but we also discard 1/3 of it. It's not just a restaurant or a local convenience store. The same problem persists all over Japan.
Recently in the Philippines, especially through the government's programs and services, a lot of progress has been seen regarding the hunger issue. From a hunger rate of 23.8% with 4.8 million families affected, as recorded in March 2012, the hunger rate has dropped to 18.4% with 3.8 million families hungry. But we have to address the issue of targeting, because until now, and in reality, in truth, in the streets of the Philippines, you will see informal settlers, or squatters as we call them, and homeless families who remain unaccounted for by these numbers. Take a look at these pictures. These pictures show true stories of a couple of homeless and street children in the Philippines. What you see in their hands is what we call pagpag. It is garbage picked from the dumpster and is later on cooked so that these kids and their families can have at least one meal to eat in a day. Isn't it saddening that truths like this exist?
While in Japan, there is an overabundance of food, in the Philippines, there are people facing hunger. But at the same time, we can find the opposite situation in both countries. Now, we will talk about the problem of hunger in Japan and the overabundance of food in the Philippines. Please look at the picture. These are homeless people who live near Nagoya Station. Can you imagine how often they eat in a day? At worst, they eat nothing all day. In Japan, there are 25,000 homeless people. 71.1% of them can't eat 3 times a day.
Now, despite the plight of some Filipinos, as shown in previous slides, their real situations aren't seen at all in the media or are just sometimes featured. Let me show you a couple of pictures taken from a video, hoping to show how a Filipino Christmas celebration looks like. What do you think is common about all these pictures? The presence of food. Food is the center of their celebration, and it brings people together. Not only family, not only friends, but neighbors even. It is very disheartening that while some people have so much, too much even, others have so little.
We want to get an idea of what university students in Japan and the Philippines think about this issue. We sent out questionnaires to 19 students at both NFU and UP. The survey was divided into two parts. For the first question, 43% of students answered yes, and the other students said no. On the other hand, 33% of UP students answered yes, and the other students said no. Second, 89% of NFU students answered yes, 11% said no, 94% said yes, 6% said no.
These answers show a contradiction. On the one hand, people leave food uneaten while they hope to stop world hunger. Furthermore, the result of these questionnaires revealed one cause of this problem, wasting food. We considered what we can do to change everyone's frame of mind.
Fourthly, we want to suggest having a meat-free day. Cows eat 10 kilograms of corn to make 1 kilogram of meat. So in some countries, they are growing cereals to export to Europe or Japan to be used as food for cows. But in those countries, there are many people who don't have enough food. So if we have a meat-free day once a week, it may reduce cereals we need. Those cereals can be used for hungry people.
And secondly, we think that spreading awareness, not just among the youth, would be of big help, at the same time using modern technology. Not only would we be using the technology we have within our grasp for a better purpose, but the message that we intend for everyone to hear would be heard at once. And we believe that awareness is the first step to action. So if we give a certain issue the attention it requires and deserves, then probably we would have a better sense of purpose in acting towards it. Try answering this while in your seats. After hearing our presentation today, what do you plan to do about what we shared?
Finally, we need to change the idea that we can just throw away food so easily because food is cheap in Japan. Also, we mustn't forget when we waste food, there are people who are suffering from hunger in other countries. It is important to think globally and act locally. These are small actions what we can all do. To achieve greater success, it takes time. However, if we don't do anything, it will be impossible to change our future. Now is the time. Everyone should start cooperate and stop waste food. That's all. Thank you for listening.